What is up, everybody? Today we are going to be talking about Nvidia and why it is pretty much a buy still. It's still uptrending in the market and where we're potentially going to be seeing it. Yo, we have been extremely bullish in the market. I mean, everything's showing that it's still uptrending slowly but surely. And you know what? Nvidia is one of my favorite stocks. Let me show you guys why I own so much of Nvidia and what my current position is and what I see is going to be happening for the next couple of weeks for Nvidia. Where are we going to see the next price target and why? Right. So here's my portfolio for Robinhood, and I also own more on my Webull portfolio as well. I love Nvidia. It's one of my favorite stocks. I do think it is the future when it comes to leading in AI. I mean, just it's insane what they're doing. So Nvidia, I love Tesla, I love Meta. These three stocks, you need to be adding positions. It's kind of hard for me to be adding positions right now because everything's at the all-time highs. I feel very like, you know that feeling of FOMO? It's a big term when it comes to stocks. It's fear of missing out. Even though I own more, I want to be greedy and own as much as I can. Look at this. So here's the Nvidia. I currently own 306,000 of Nvidia on my Robinhood account, and I also own more on my other one. I felt like I did get in late on Nvidia, to be honest. I knew it was the next big thing, but I had a lot of money tied up into my Amazon business. That's what I personally do. And actually, I'm selling my Amazon business, so I'm going to have a lot of cash on hand to invest in stocks right after. But Nvidia, let me tell you, I love this. I love this company. This is a stock that you want to hold years down the line. Do not ever sell it. If you ever need to pull money out of this stock, pull out a little bit of margin. I mean, I don't even recommend it, to be honest, but do not sell Nvidia, even if you see it drop a little bit or there's like a huge bearish move in the market. Just wait it out. All right, let me show you guys where I see Nvidia and everything like that. So let's go on Webull real quick here. Boom, we are on Webull. Great. So let me pop this up for me on my screen. Okay, great. So what I always like to do is use the Fibonacci tool when it comes to trading. I'm like, you can look at this. This is crazy to see because this is showing how it hits resistance, support, resistance, support here, then boom, support. I mean, this is like a template though. This right here, if you're not familiar with the Fibonacci tool, it's a very, very powerful tool that I love to use. You can use it for swing trading, and it's pretty much a template of, like you can see, move it around here. And what you want to do with the Fibonacci tool is you kind of want to line it up to see what works best. So there's no right or wrong with the Fibonacci tool, but this is like my favorite and like the most powerful tool that I have used when it comes to trading. I always see so much accurate bounces off the resistance, support. Look at this. And these are all pre-drawn. Like this is all done in the past. So I added a lot of positions here. You can see that right here. So I told myself, look, when the Fibonacci hits below this line here, this is where I'm going to be adding. And you can see there was a big support level here already. It kind of went on a little bit under it and then boom, shot right back. A lot of people had a lot of buying pressure here, a very high amount of buy pressure here. You know what? You know, it's funny that probably market makers wanted people to go short here, which means betting against the market, and boom, they just caught them right there. I mean, that's more about day trading and stuff like that. This channel is all about building long-term wealth, right? With day trading, at the end of the day, it's gambling, no matter what, however you put it. But what day traders do is just like a casino. They put the odds in their favor slightly. So if you're a very good day trader, you can make money. Listen, day trading gives me anxiety. I'm over it. I did it. I tried it. I rather have an online business. That's what I like to do. And I like to trade stocks. Think about stocks. Stocks is being an investor of the company. So you ever see Shark Tank and people like the sharks always want to invest in companies? That's essentially what you're doing when you're buying stocks. You're owner of the company. So if you're seeing Nvidia grow and you see Nvidia has a huge, large potential future, why not join the ride with them, right? And join it for who knows how long. Like my aunt bought Apple. She put 15,000 on Apple in right when that first iPhone came out. You know how much that 15K is worth now? It's worth $1 million. It's crazy what compounding effect is, you know. And you can see this being the next trend right here. And Meta and Tesla, you already see it. So just hold on to those positions. Okay, now let's stop. Let me stop mumbling around, right? So you can see here, right? We are hitting this resistance level, right? Once we break the all-time highs, which we kind of did here, but we bounced, right? Once we break these all-time highs, I'm zooming in here so you can see a little bit better, right? What is the next level we're seeing? Boom, the 211 mark. We most likely are also going to be seeing some resistance around the 200 mark for sure. And then we might just break that. And so these are my predictions. You know what's crazy is that I make these predictions on my channel. And like, I want to show you a couple of other ones. So I see us doing something very similar to this. Around this 200 mark, we might hit this boiler band moving average. Then we might chop a little bit down here. And then, damn it, I'm bad at drawing. It's in the way. Okay, and then we're going to see something very similar to this, right? That's what I see. And hopefully we see it. Usually what happens with stocks is that we have Santa rallies, right? So we might see this 211 mark during December. Maybe sooner, to be honest, because we've been very, very bullish in the market. We might see a Santa rally, of course. Santa rallies are like, okay, so fourth quarter of for like big companies, hedge funds and stuff like that, they tend to have a lot of extra money and they just put it in the market, making it they call it a Santa rally. And usually from history, you know, during Christmas and during the holidays, the stock market generally does very, very well. So hopefully we get a Santa rally this year. You know, we can see it at 211. I do think this is a stock that you want to hold forever, to be honest, for a very, very long time. We're just getting into AI. Wait till there's robots. Like, what are they going to be using? Nvidia chips. It's like they're so far ahead when it comes to AI. Let me show you guys a little prediction. So I bought a lot of shares here. This was like my prediction here, right? And I also had AMD right here. Look how freaking solid this is, right? I had this drawn in the past when it was up here, just off. You can see here, since it hit the Fibonacci, put this here as a buy zone because you can see it went way under the boiler band. So I buy here, and I did think right below 100 was a great buy zone. This is AMD. Of course, this is not Nvidia, but second best. And I was like, man, this right here is a perfect buy zone. I made a video on it. You know, I don't have that many followers, subscribers, things like that. And I was like, guys, you need to buy right here, right here. I think I had like 40 views on that video. Kind of sucks. But now look at that. It went all the way up to 187 and it dropped down. Still bullish because you can see the EMA here, right? Now it's bouncing off resistance. We might see it hit this area, to be honest. It's very, very possible. And then we might see uptrend. So things with stocks, let me tell you one very common thing. You never want to see a stock just keep going up, 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 up. It's very, very unlikely. If you see that, then you're most likely going to see a big crash. You want to see a healthy pullback. So you can see here, it goes up, a pullback. It goes up, a pullback. We had some like tariff news, so it got real choppy here and it got really bad here. Boom, it just shot up. To be honest, we're due for a pullback, to be honest. If you see here, like seeing it go up from 87 to, that's already 100% from the the lows to the high. You know, you're likely to see a pullback. You can see a pullback with some bad news. So the name of the game is for you to lose money. So just keep that in mind, right? So when you see things at the all-time highs, people tend to want to buy more and more stocks, right? But what market makers want you to do is buy at these ranges, right? But then what they're going to do ultimately is drop it down whenever they want. They'll sell their positions and make panic in the market, make news in the market, make things like that. Listen, keep Nvidia. Do not buy at these levels, to be honest. I wouldn't. But when there is a very bad news, things like that, then you want to buy. You know, if you just want to buy to hold for years on end and you don't want to even look at it and like, you know, this is a huge investment, then yeah, you can buy here at the all-time highs. If you want like a better opportunity and you're into like your best bang for your buck type of thing, I personally have a lot of Nvidia, so I can't just keep putting a lot in it. But if I do see a huge dip in the market, a lot of panic selling, things like that, it tends to happen. Might not happen, you know, we might have to wait a year or two. It might have to be that way. But, you know, I'm gonna have cash sitting and I will wait for my position. Right now we're very, very bullish. When I see a very good opportunity in the market where everybody is super scared and is selling all their positions and things like that, then that's when I'll buy. But right now we're at the all-time highs. It is killing it. And I do see us hitting the 211 mark very, very soon. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you want me to talk about any stock videos out there, leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I'm here to help you guys out as much as I can. Nvidia is a great stock. Even, like, to be honest, if you bought it now, it's still okay. Like, but if you want, you know, to try to make as much money as possible, you know, right? Buying at the all-time highs is never a good idea. But, you know, Nvidia is the best company, in my opinion, as far as innovation, and just keep it going. The CEO is amazing, things like that. That's about it, guys. See you guys on the next one. Leave a comment down below. Like this video if you can. I really, really appreciate it. Peace.